Hey, okay, so I made a post online and I was saying relationship has got principles, and somebody asked, what are the principles of relationship? So this video is my response to that question. Sometimes when I make posts, I do videos to explain better about my post. Okay, so in talking about principles of relationship, I think basically we're just saying what guides relationship, what makes a relationship strong, what makes a relationship go. So we're talking about communication, trust. We've got intimacy, we've got commitment and effort, we've got conflict and resolutions, and then we've got values and goals. And then, in addition to values and goals, I would like to add beliefs, religion, desires, dreams. Now, I want us to take value, goals, religion, dreams, desires, and put it side by side a regular statement I always make. And that statement is that you are a sum total of your background. Now you're going to be wondering what has your background got to do with having or connecting to a good relationship. I will almost boldly say it has everything to do with connecting to the right relationship. Let me give you a brief story of when I was growing up. So let's say I was in my late teenagehood, yeah, say secondary school 2 or 3. I'm the first of 4 children, so I've got 3 more siblings. I'm very close to my dad. So, the way we grew up as Nigerian children in the 80s, when you hear your dad's car, everybody rushes into the room like you were reading or doing something and all of that. But I noticed that I wasn't running into the room because I wanted him to think I was doing something. I would go into the room, and even when he had acknowledged that, oh, okay, you guys weren't just playing around, and the other kids were in the sitting room, I would remain in the room. Why do I do that? I always liked the fact that he would see everyone, assess that everyone is okay, ask about me from the other children in the sitting room, but would still come to my room, to look for me. And then in looking for me, he's bothered why I am not with the other kids in the living room. And he's like, are you okay? Do you have headache? Is your head hot? And all of that. I just did that for the sole purpose that I knew that my dad would eventually come into the room to look for me. Now, what kind of person do you think that I would be in a relationship? I would most probably be the kind of person that would love attention. So if I am not getting attention, it might be a problem. That is why I say you are a sum total of your background. I have done this thing for many years and I am already used to it. So just imagine that my husband goes to the office, and well, if I'm alone in the house, he most probably would ask of me. But when I already have kids, I will want a special kind of asking about me, just for the attention. I love attention. And I grew into it because my dad extended that kind of attention to me or gave me that kind of attention. So, okay, so let's get back to you are a sum total of your background and your values, your desires, your dreams, your goals cannot be exempted from connecting to a relationship. Oh, yes, you can't do that. Your value is who you are. This is the person that you have been for, let's say, over 20 years of your life. You grew into those values, You grew with those values. Your desires, they are a part of you. You didn't start to get these desires when you were 30 years or 35 years old. You started having these desires from early teenagehood to early adulthood, and they have been with you. Let me tell you another story. Okay, so my husband is a sportsman, and this guy can eat anything as far as it is not poisonous. One day in the early part of our marriage, he said he was going to make, was it lunch or dinner now? I think late lunch. Also, I said, okay, no problems. And then from where he was making jollof rice, and it smelled so nice. And he was like, no, I don't want you to come and see, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I sat down in the seat in the living room until food was ready, and he brought it. My rice was looking nice. But guess what? It had eggs on it, boiled eggs. What is my business with eating jollof rice and boiled eggs? It was like a shock to me. I was like, why does he have eggs? Why didn't you use meat or fish or something? He's like, eggs are nice now. And I was looking like at him like, come on, how can you tell me to eat jollof rice and eggs? And you know the time and effort he had placed into making this food. But for the life of me, I couldn't just eat jollof rice and egg. What happened to fish? Not because I didn't want to, but because it wasn't part of my growing up. It was something I had never gotten used to. While I was in the university, why would I boil egg and eat jollof rice? Even noodles, I learned it from school. So for me, egg is noodle, but jollof rice. So you understand what I'm saying? Something as petty as the type of food, something as petty as fashion, something as petty as style of house, how you want your house to be, and all of that. They are a part and parcel of you. You cannot take your values, you cannot take your desires, you cannot take your morals, you cannot take even your dreams out of connecting to a relationship. Now, listen to me very well. Achalugo, the worst thing that can happen to you is to get connected in a relationship to your enemy. Oh, you are asking how? How would anyone get into a relationship with their enemy? Achalugo, it is very easy. Listen, when you connect with somebody who doesn't connect with your dreams, he's your enemy. When you connect with somebody who doesn't support your desire, you have just connected with your enemy. When you connect with somebody who doesn't see your goals as important, not because he doesn't want to, but come on, he doesn't know about them. You are on two different platforms. He becomes your enemy. So what is my advice to you, Achalugo? To connect to the right relationship, do not throw away your background. Your background is a sum total of who you are. Everything about you is basically from your background. Yes, I understand that there are things that you can unlearn that are not useful. There are negotiables and there are non-negotiables. In selecting or connecting to your relationship, do not, I repeat, Achalugo, do not take away your background, do not take away your upbringing, do not take away the things that make you you, because in the end, it will bring tears, premium tears. And at that time, you won't be thinking of how old you are, or is it too, or is it, or the pressures that you face from society and your family to get married. My name is Uzo Okeogene, and I just share what I know, what I read about concerning relationships. Stay tuned to this page for more videos. Thank you.